All right, you are live with Dr. Chapa. Hey, I want to just say good day to you wherever you're tuning in from. I love coming to you and sharing a message of hope and healing, one bite at a time, one choice at a time. Remember, something you can count on that you can always take to the bank. It's your life, it's your health, it's your choice. And that is always the given. And I hope that you guys recognize that each and every day, we get to make good choices. Or, unfortunately, each and every day, we get to make a choice that might not be the best choice we could possibly make. And so, on this show, I'm always out to just challenge you to go up, go onward, upward, goodward, and Godward. And your life matters. Your health matters. And the things that you do to feel your best and perform your best is how we make an impact in the lives of those around us. So my desire is for you to grow in this. It's self-selection. You know, one of my mentors always said, you choose whether or not you want to listen. You choose whether or not you want to pay attention and apply this knowledge. This is standing on the shoulders of giants, 20 years in my world, plus 20 plus, years of other clinicians collectively coming together to create a succinct, easy message for you to sit back and just take it in and trust that it's going to resonate. And you're going to say, you know what? Yeah, I think I can walk past the donut today. Yeah, I can walk past the sugar today. Remember, guys, nothing below your taste buds, this is good, get ready, wants the sugar. Nothing. There's no cell in your body that wants the sugar. When we added the change of a low-fat diet to the American way in the late 70s, and we started seeing people hungry all the time, they were eating excessive amounts of carbs, they began to feed the serpent in the belly. Think about that. What's the serpent in the belly? Parasites, yeast. Yeast, number one fuel source, sugar. And they also have a job for you. They want to return you to the dust. They want to bog you down, slow you down. Not that they're evil. It's just their job is to infest. They're like roaches. And when they take over, they become a serpent. They become a Loch Ness monster. They become the destruction, the demise, the accelerated aging. And I assure you, none of us want to be on the accelerated aging curve. So we at drchopawellness.com want to help you recognize that there is nothing below your taste buds that wants that for which you're craving. So if you have cravings, just know that's an indication that you are infested. And I would venture to say that most of us are. I remember going on my very first cleanse, not detox, okay? You want to detox? You can go to drchopawellness.com. Detox in a Box restoration course is available. And we hope that you take the course, that you get the products, and you apply the messages and the principles therein so that your life will forever be changed. I was just talking to a buddy the other day. I've done 49 detoxes. My life is forever changed. I have a thought process towards food. I have a thought process towards life. I see things through the lens of my choice matters. And I want to take care of this body because I know that if I'm going to be on this earth, I have a job to do. I have a calling, and so do you. I have a purpose, and so do you. Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, saith the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you, but to give you a hope and a future. How you like that from my preacher voice? It's pretty cool. But anyway, you get to participate in this wellness experience. And my first cleanse literally was going off of all fruit, all sugar, even a spice, if it had sugar in the label, for which you can appreciate, I did not go out to eat during this season of life. And I went 90 days on a no sugar, no fruit diet. Not even stevia, not even low-hanging fruit, not even xylitol, not even erythritol, no sweet, zero sweet for 90 days. That in and of itself is a pretty amazing experience. Why? Because within 21 days, I can't tell you numerous times, just thinking about it right now, my cheekies get all, feeling like, "Ooh, don't do that to me again, doc." Or they just remember the ache, the crave, the desire for sugar. And I wanted to eat my arm off. I literally was so hungry for carbs, for sugar, for starch, for something sweet that I realized that I don't have to be trained to want sugar. Sugar is just necessary evil. Like everybody can appreciate it. Everybody wants it. I mean, I'm sort of kind of convinced that in the Garden of Eden, we are fruitarians. I'm no biblical scholar, but God talks about the fruit of the tree, the fruit of the vine a lot. And then when we get kicked out of the garden, we have to toil with the ground to get any value out of the plants. And then the great flood comes along and brings meat into the conversation. Guess what? Now we are meat carnivore type beings because things changed. You see, when we are in alignment, our body will crave nothing. When we are in alignment, we will eat for fuel, not for pleasure. You see, most of the things that are marketed to you as good are things that are simply marketed well. They're just, hey, I want you to buy my product. It's got sugar in it. It's got MSG in it. It's got bad oils in it. And yeah, you're going to be addicted when you hit it, and you're going to want it more and more and more. That's why your kids want to go back to the same restaurants over and over again. That's why you yourself pull into the car. I had this one guy tell me, my car just pulls into the Mickey D's drive-through or the fast food chain drive-through. Nothing below your taste buds really wants it. It's the sugar bugs that are craving this mess. So it's just a little chemistry, guys. A little won't hurt you, right, Doc? Here, I'm going to tell you that if you are putting sugar into your diet on the regular, it's like cocaine in the veins. You will come back for it over and over and over again. The more we get this right, and the more we walk past the sugar and we teach our families the concept of sometimes foods, all the time foods, and never foods, we can help our families thrive in a world that is trying to make you sick and addicted and to keep you addicted. Good marketing, good addictive foods creates good business. I don't want that for people. I want people to eat for fuel, not for pleasure. Does that mean I can never go out with my friends? That I can never go and indulge in the wedding cake or the celebratory, anniversary? No, it doesn't mean that. But know that there's going to be a price. At least understand that there's going to be consequence. Really, Doc, are you kidding me? That little bit? Let me take you back. Dr. John. God bless you, Dr. John. You're how I got through organic chemistry. You're how I got through regular chemistry. And I'm going to tell you, chemistry was tough. But with Dr. John was so cool. He literally comes over to my desk because I'm in a panic. I'm like sweating. He could tell I'm freaking out. I messed up my project. I mean, I got the bubbles going. I got the chemistry set in front of me. I got the Bunsen burner, going. And I literally take a step back and I say, oh, dear Lord, I skipped a step. I missed a step. Something went wrong. This isn't flowing like it's supposed to. Dr. John, come here. I need your help. Dr. John, I messed up my project. This is my final grade. This is not good. And he goes, oh, Aaron, it's okay. Now understand, I don't have any good Indian voice, but he was like, yeah, Aaron, it's okay. No, that's Italian. No, I'm just not going to try that. He literally comes over and says, all you need is a little of this and a little of that. Watch this. He makes some little minute adjustments to the chemistry of my project. And all of a sudden, the project began to turn. The sale began to turn. So that means 1 degree of change is all you need to make today to get your health cell to turn and for you to get back into the deep and where the adventure is, not on the shallows where the rocks are. I don't want your health ship to run aground. I don't want your health ship to be in the shallows. I want you to be out in the adventurous, beautiful blue. I want you to see amazing adventure before you in health and vitality and energy and no diagnostic condemnation, so to speak. Because when you're labeled with a disease process, that's all you focus on. You just go, whoop, whoop, and you dial into that and you want to learn that, which I'm totally for. I want you to understand that you may need some guidance and help. And when you master the disease, if you're already in a place of disease, guess what? You have an opportunity. Here's your lifeline. Call 281-554-8600. We will teach you how to live better, be better. Go to justlivewell.com. Go to drchapawellness.com. Ask a question here in the comments while I'm here doing these live shows for you so that we can help you get back on the fast track. And just like Dr. John came along my side and he tweaked my chemistry, he made my project balance out and I passed the test because he gave me a little nudge. We all need a little nudge, guys. And that's okay. Don't be a lone ranger. A lone ranger is a dead ranger in every industry, in every area of life. We need coaches. We all need a Paul, the Bible says, and we all need a Timothy, somebody that we're leading forward. We need somebody to inspire us, somebody to encourage us. And we also need to be a blessing to others and do the same for others. So I challenge you, when you are sick, beat down with life, and you're sick and beat down with diagnosis, when you're sick and beat down with chronic illness, all you can focus on is yourself. And I want to help you get to a point where you feel like you have the vitality to go out and make a vim, vigor, and vip impact in those around you. That is what Living Well Clinical Nutrition has always been about. That's what Dr. Aaron Chapa has always been about. That's my heart's desire, is to find the root. I'm tired of plucking the fruit. I don't want you to just settle for dealing with your headache or dealing with your heart issue. I want to help you understand that you're stressed out. You need to chill out. You need to take life less serious. And I want you to enjoy the impact that you get to make, not focusing on your disease. Now, master the disease, okay? But don't focus on the disease. Learn and grow and change the way you're doing things, and you will learn and grow and change toward a new version of you. That is what it's about. Whenever I think Galatians 2:20 in the Bible says, I have been crucified with Christ. That means I am dead to my old ways. So if you have an illness, if you have a symptom pattern, be dead to the old ways that created that. Because if you follow a chocolate chip cookie recipe, what are you going to get on the other side? Chocolate chip cookies, baby. And chocolate chip cookies feeds the serpent in the belly. And yes, one donut, one cookie, one Coke can paralyze your immune system for up to 8 hours. And so if you choose, go to drchapawellness.com, be a part of our detox in a box protocol program, and be changed. I've done it 49 times. It works. It works great. It helped me evolve to a place where I'm at now, where I was willing to go 90 days with not even an ounce of sweet in my mouth. And so I had no, taste for that. That'll change you. I had a buddy of mine who decided he was going to go fast for 21 days. He goes, anybody that has an addiction to food, just do a fast for 21 days. You will not crave anything ever again. You will know how to walk past the donut. You'll know how to implement the fruit of self-control. And I hope that you do. Die to the old way of living. It isn't serving you. If you have symptom patterns you were not genetically born with, it isn't working for you. Change, evolve, do something better, do something different. Get a coach, get a guide, get somebody that knows the terrain, somebody that you trust, somebody that you can count on, somebody that you're not going to find in the closet eating McDonald's. Nothing below your taste buds wants it. And look, God bless McDonald's. But the problem is the fastest way to the pearly gates is through the golden arches. And that concept goes with every fast food industry. I just saw Burger King. We got to pick on, the king of king right there, right? Of fast food. You want it your way, something like that. You get it. Well, here's the deal. They just changed their menu to have more coffee, sugar drinks, more flavored sugar drinks, so that you or they can compete with people like Starbucks, people like Dunkin' Donuts, people like these quick pop-up, drive in, get a quick meal, like a little, egg something or other with a sugared coffee. You see, if I can load you down with sugar, processed food, artificial ingredients, stimulants to the brain and to the body to the point of burnout, does it shock you that you are burned out? Does it shock you that your body is plagued with ails and then you're reaching for ideas? You see, when you have a nutritional deficiency and you have organs that are malfunctioning, they build symptoms, check engine lights. And if you don't pay attention to the check engine light, you can't get upset when the engine breaks down and you have a quote unquote case of the suddenlies. You've had symptoms up to the point of the case of the suddenlies. You just didn't honor the voice inside, the Holy Spirit guide to say, wake up, you can do better than what you're doing. So those symptoms are often left unchecked, and people are reaching to over the counters. They're looking for some way to monitor, measure the impact of, like, how do I not suffer with this any longer? And then that leads, and so they even try over the counters, okay? Then they go to the doctor and they get prescribed a medication. The medication, well, first, before they get the medication, they get a diagnosis and then they get a medication, because that's the only way the insurance company is going to cover it. And then left unchecked, because, drugs don't fix things, guys. I've done at this point about 30, live hours of biblical counseling and learning about how biblical counseling is different than regular counseling, different even than Christian counseling. And they were talking about the science, the research of using antidepressants, using anti-anxieties, compared to just talking with somebody, and the benefits of finding somebody that can lead you well through your emotional crises is far superior than suppressing or turning the symptom light off on your dashboard and calling you good. I've been around too many people, they got on antidepressant, anti-anxiety, or some sort of antipsychotic, and they're just not the same person. Their mind is warped. It is controlled by drugs. It's just a little chemistry, guys. A little won't hurt, or will it? I've got to come back to the title, because your life, your health, your choice means that you get to change. You get to see a better way. And my hope is the message is that simple. 1 degree of change, 1 life change, 1 decision away from seeing you turn your health ship back towards the deep waters, where the adventures are, where life is, and the abundance of opportunity. Those symptoms that lead to a diagnosis, that lead then to a syndrome, leads to death. Hey, I don't like the way this ends any more than you do. And it's the journey, how I get there. That's what I am interested in most. Because if the organ systems are broken down, if you're nutritional deficient, if you have symptom patterns, if you have a diagnosis, if you have a syndrome, an autoimmune syndrome, guess what? You're on the accelerated aging curve. And you don't have to be. That's why we created the Dr. Chapa wellness.com detox in a box. That's why we have videos that you can share with your friends, family, and loved ones, because there is a better way. We want people to see, there it is. We want people to see that it's their life, their health, their choice. They need guides, they need coaches, they need somebody that can lead them forth, so that the nutritional deficiencies turns into a surplus, so that the organs begin to thrive and they begin to shine vibrantly. That leads to energy, output, vitality, the vim, vigor, and vip of life, where people see you coming and they go, whoa, I want whatever he's got or she's got. I want to perform like that. And then the longevity curve. Yeah, I know we can't predict how long we're going to live. I know that. But if I'm going to live, I want to live vibrantly, energetically, with intention to live fully functional in spirit, mind, and body. I want to live fully functional in spirit, mind, and body. Oh, dear Lord, every tissue, cell, organ, gland in my body, hear me now. Fully functional in spirit, mind, and body. Tell your body to line up with the word of God. By his stripes, I'm healed. By his stripes. That's physical ails. That's mental torments. That's all things you're going through are healed by the stripes of Christ. Know first where your healing comes from, right? Up, down, inside out. That's how this game has worked. My mission is to be the best version of me I can in him so that you see him before you ever see me. That's my heart's desire. That's the real message of being healthy, being strong. Somebody came in and said, oh, Chapa, I don't believe in all that Jesus stuff. That's okay. I do. And I want you to meet him. I want you to feel the impact my life has had with him in my life, and that it inspires you to say, you know, maybe the results I'm having in life aren't everything they're cracked out to be. And so my message is simple. Take the bull by the horns. Own what you can. Self-control, one of the fruits of the Spirit, turns into things. Self-disciplines. I know we can't habit stack our way to heaven. I'm very aware of that. But you do have a choice to make each and every day. And you have to inventory yourself each and every day and say to yourself, hey, am I at my best today? Am I dealing with allergies or headaches or hormone problems? Do I have belly pain? Do I have acid reflux, indigestion? Am I one of the statistical averages that 96% say that they're healthy, but they're on 5 medications? That doesn't mean you're healthy just because they're managing your symptoms. My challenge for you is to go, whoa, wait a second. He's right. It's just a little chemistry, guys. That little pill for an ill isn't serving me in the long run. What is it robbing me of? When you trust your body to perform as God designed it to, that means you're owning some of the responsibility of your life, your health, your choice, and you're standing on the rock, that trusting that God's going to provide for you the foundation and the options. He's going to bring the coaches. He's going to bring the Timothys. He's going to bring the people that can help you and that you can help. We all have a voice in this process. For us parents, we have kids that we can lead up and train up and develop in this way. For those of us that have parents that are elderly or older, we can serve them, love them, and teach them and train them. I had this one elderly couple come in every day. He had Alzheimer's and 2 different types of cancers, and they would go to get dip cones and ice cream cones and apple pie fritters. Look, I remember being a kid, and the Bible says this. When I was a child, I thought like a child, but as an adult, I need to think like one. You see, we would go to Wendy's and we would get Frosties and French fries after church. That was our afternoon treat. Sometimes we'd even get lucky and get a nugget, right? Can you believe we were more focused on the ice cream and the fries, the worst 2 things we could have been consuming, than the protein? Not that the protein was probably much better, but still. And so my upbringing was not taught to eat like this. As a matter of fact, I was on the low-fat plan. I was on the no-fat plan, no cholesterol, no eggs. Heck, they wanted me on statins. Thank God my parents didn't do that to me. But I didn't eat eggs. I didn't eat sausage. I didn't eat bacon. I didn't get red meat. I was on the low-fat plan. And what happens when you rob fat from people? They crave sugar. They crave starch. They're looking for empty calories. You know, there's a such thing as essential amino acids. That means you have to have them. There's a such thing as essential fatty acids. You have to have them in your diet. There is no such thing as essential carbohydrates. Grab that concept. There is no such thing as essential carbohydrates. Only essential fatty acids, fish oils, omega-3s, omega-9s, good healthy fats from beef tallow, avocado, coconut, olive oils, Well, that's technically a 6, but it's an anti-inflammatory one. But see, we live in a culture where we just have excessive amount of the wrong fats that drive our ratios out of balance, that create inflammation in the body. So as we are working the process of health into your life, that's through diet, how you start your day. That's recognizing you have symptom patterns. That's recognizing that what you've been doing can't keep playing out the way you've been doing it. So if you eat the same thing, have people come in, they're like, oh, I have to have my yogurt and my granola every morning and blueberries. No, you don't. That's the worst way to start your day. That's the worst way to wreck your blood sugar, to lead to yeast overgrowth, parasite infestation. And then you will start having more and more symptoms. Have a guy right now, can't get rid of poison ivy, poison oak. Why? He's constipated. Since I've known him, he's constipated. If your bowels are locked up, if you're not pooping enough, if you're supposed to poop 2 pounds of poop a day and you only get rid of 1.5, guess what? You're accumulating half a pound of poop every day, every week, every month, and it will cost you in the symptom organ area. It'll clog up the organs and cause them to malfunction. It'll cause the nutritional deficiency demands to go up, so your deficiencies come in all the more, and symptoms come on board. And then you go start looking for solutions with medications over the counters because they're marketed to you as helpful. You know, these images online on TV of these people that are happy on antipsychotics, or they're happy with their heart disease or their cholesterol medicines. They're not happy. They're not happy. They have symptoms beyond measure. The average 40-year-old is on 3 medications. The average 50-year-old's on 5. And if you're not one of those average statistics, but you're on 1, you're heading in the wrong direction. You might just have a few things working, but you could always tweak it just a little. You see, it's just chemistry, guys. A little won't hurt you, or will it? That's the message, right? Sugar is always going to be a problem. It stresses our insulin pathways. It stresses our blood sugar energetics. And when that blood sugar energetic system gets confused and we're more amped up on craving sugar and feeding into that sugary process, guess what happens? You clog up, and then you need a detox. That's why we have the drchapawellness.com Detox in a Box Restoration Program. It will restore your vitality. It'll give you energy. It'll give you that vim, vigor, and vip that attack life. And that is a fun place to be, is to recognize it's your health, it's your life, it's your choice. I want you to grab that. Is 1 degree of change. How you start your day indicates how you're going to end your day. How you go through your day is dictated on how efficient those systems are performing, so that you detox well at night when your liver is most active. If you're tossing and turning, beating up your covers at night, if you're waking up several times a night to pee, that's not normal. That's not normal aging. That is common, but not normal. You see the difference? Your life, your health, your choice. If you haven't done a detox, if you haven't incorporated cleansing, if you haven't walked past the donut in a time or two, and you're overindulging in fast food, processed food, artificial foods, junk foods, guess what? Today's the day. When's the best time to plant an oak tree? 20 years ago. When's the next best time to plant an oak tree? Today. I want you to grab that. Today is your day for change. So every week that I come online, I want you to know whether I'm promoting a bug killing restoration program, whether I'm asking you to, ask questions and be a part of our Just Live Well community, our Dark Chapa Wellness community, whether I'm asking you to share our message to get the Detox in a Box message of vitality out there, know that I'm doing it with intention to see lives impacted and changed at a deep cellular level. It just blesses my heart to know that I get to bring this message forth to people that I don't even know. And I want to hear from you guys. What is going on in your life that needs support? I'm here for you. Dark Chapa Wellness loves you. I hope you always grasp that. And follow us. Share our message. It's your life, your health, your choice. And guys, it is just a little bit of chemistry. It's just chemistry. And a little will hurt you, and a little will impact you for the better if you make the right choice. So with that, Dr. Chapa loves you. Y'all be blessed, and we'll see you next Monday night.